place, and you can see this beautiful arrangement that we're going to be working on. Now, you think I would have had the camera set up right before I got up here, but I didn't. But here's what I want you to do, person watching this. I want you to make sure you're liking, subscribing, sharing, and all of that jazz, because I'm going to be looking at this and being careful because there are ants in this pot. I am just discovering there's ants, he says, and I'm trying to look at them. They don't look like, it's hard for me to tell because they're in the shade, but it doesn't look like they're fire ants. Let me see if I can show them to you all, because I see them crawling on the cabbage here. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? There's a couple of ants crawling up here. Now, because they're not like pissy, because I've been digging around in here, like I was shaking all this around. If they were fire ants, they would look real pissy. But you coming through? The people that they ain't gonna be good. They gonna be all right. You don't want to be seen. Okay, the people don't care about it. This is my audience. These are my friends.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all, that's my sister. Hey, so there's ants that are in here a little bit. Now, they look like black ants, and I'm not going to be fearful of it. And this is going to be a great thing to segue, because when we are doing our gardening, right, there are a lot of you all who will be so antsy. I accidentally did a pun. So antsy to get rid of every insect that you run into. Right? You see an ant in here, and immediately you're going to the Facebook groups and being like, how do I get rid of every ant on my patio? And you're trying to get rid of all of them. Every one of them. Now, my thing to you will be, if they're not a detriment to you, if they're not a bother to you, they're not fire ants where they're aggressively attacking you and biting you, or you're not a person who goes into anaphylactic shock, if you get bit by one of them, leave the ants be. Leave the insects be. Okay, we need them. I thought one was crawling on me. It was just my hair. I thought I thought something was crawling on me. It was just my hair. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to revive this pot. This planter I haven't touched since maybe like the fall of last year, or maybe even early spring of this year. Who's to say? And what I'm going to do is take out what was in here, which makes me sad because they're still yet alive and looking decent. Okay, we're going to put new plants in here, and we're just going to talk about it while I'm going. This is going to be real quick because I got some other stuff to do, because I have a phone, this phone here, that's acting up. So if y'all got any questions, comments, or concerns, throw them down. Again, Derek Haynes, Chocolate Botanist. We are gardening victoriously. Y'all ready for this? I hope so. So, boop. There we go. Why are you not standing? There we go. And boop. There we go. So this is the front of this. Oh, I had all types of grease up here. There we go. This is the front, thank you, of this here planter. We have this ornamental cabbage or lettuce that was in here, ornamental kale that was in here, and it did a good job. We're going to pull this out. Right here we have a mum. Right here we have a daylily. These were something, I don't remember what they were. They were snapdragons from what I'm hearing, and some more snapdragons. Okay, call them puff. They look really beautiful too. And these things here, which may have been, I don't know, but we're going to replace them with these beautiful babies, which are hypostates. This right here. We're replacing it with that. Whoops. He said dropping stuff. These zinnia, which are looking sensational. And these, which I've never worked with before, Asylum. I've tried to grow these from seed many moons ago, and that did not work. So what am I going to do first? I've already looked through the pot a little bit just to see, like, is anything looking off? Is anything looking crazy? Nothing's looking crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and uproot this bad boy at the center. While I'm uprooting, I'm going to go ahead and knock all this dirt back off, because I don't want to lose my good dirt. Now, while I'm doing this here, I'm still looking to see if anything crazy is coming up. Now, this is a good soil mix made by yours truly. So I typically don't have any worries with like how things are gonna look in the soil. Like, there's nothing wild in here. This is a potted planter. So it's pretty good. I got a majority of that soil off right here. And again, this ornamental kale we could eat. I'm gonna set that to the side. This here, I'm just gonna kind of break this up. Y'all didn't see this. None of y'all saw this. Nobody saw that. What did y'all see? Y'all saw nothing. Y'all saw nothing. We're gonna break that down. I'm gonna hide that in for later. I'm gonna go ahead and weed out these old dead things because I need them to be gone. And I'm also gonna take these out from the side. Because again, they serve their purpose, but these kind of pansy style things, they're kind of going out. And again, it makes me sad because I want them to last all year, but we're not in California or Florida where, you know, we can grow plants all year long. Now, typically I will take these daylilies out and move them, but they actually seem to be propping up a little bit and making more. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull some of these dead leaves off. I'm gonna pull some of these dead leaves off. And while I'm doing that, again, I'm still observing my plants. So again, to the people that joined, make sure you're liking, you're commenting, you're subscribing, and you're sharing. Now, I did say there were ants in here. Now, you notice what hasn't happened yet, or won't happen? I have not been bitten. I have not been stung. So there's nothing getting me, okay? I'm gonna take these little white babies out. And I'm gonna leave a little soil with them because I may switch these out for something at home. I may take these myself. And now I'm just gonna go through the soil. So usually I have a little hoe to help me out, but I was not prepared. And hold on, what's this?
What is that?
This is one of those cannas that we planted, a couple of callas that we planted years ago.
Oh.
So y'all should see this. Let me cut it off. Y'all see this? So a year or two ago, was it 2 years ago? It was like calla lilies, right? The big tall mugs that grow up, right? It must have seeded in here. And as I'm pulling up stuff, what's coming up? This. A fun thing to find. A fun thing. So we're gonna keep going. There we go. Siri cut on. I'm also gonna take these snapdragons out. And for those of you who are like, hey, what do I want to do with these? You can repot them and put them somewhere else. Awesome. So I forget this is a shovel you had. I'm just gonna loosen the soil up a little bit. Typically I mix fertilizer in a little bit as I'm doing this, a little slow release, but I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm just gonna chop the soil up. You could, if you have it, if you have some, but I'm just gonna chop this up. Get this nice and breathable. I like to look through the soil and see if anything is like stressing or looking crazy. I like to really get a good assessment, okay? Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and start. So my original plan was, let me take this out too. We're gonna leave this mum in. I'm gonna take this other snapdragon out too. And this, I think I'm gonna leave right there because that could work. And these plants, for those of you wondering where I got them from in the Triangle, I went to Gunter's Greenhouse in Durham off of Angier Road. And I got these beautiful plants. They grow phenomenal plants at a phenomenal price. And I love a good deal and a healthy plant. And I'm supporting a small local business. Well, they're not, I mean, I guess they're considered small. I don't consider them small. Pull that weed out. Okay, so here's the plan. Okay, y'all ready for the plan? I'm gonna put these in the center. So these are gonna be kind of the center thrill. These grow up 10 inches tall, and I think they get wide, the same thing. So 8 to 10 inches tall, 12 inches wide. So they're gonna be kind of in the center. Okay, center mass. As these are in the center mass, these are gonna be sprinkled around them. Okay, and then these asylum are gonna be hanging out. Okay, we hanging out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. Now I'm slipping a little bit because my knees are sweating something fierce. So I'm trying to slip off of my knee mat. Whew, let's get this started. I want to do one of each color, so I'm going to loosen this up with a little grabby motion. I'm going to do one of each color. And this one, looks like they're coming out in the package deal. This one, and this one. Apparently these hypostates, or whatever they're pronounced as, are houseplants people use them as, which is something that you learn. I didn't know that. So I'm gonna put these in the center and I'm gonna give them a little space. It's like when you go to a dance and you are dancing at a school, right? In this middle school or high school, you gotta give a little space. Okay, so I'm gonna give them a little space. I'm gonna give them a little doop, just a little touch, just to rip them apart. And I'm gonna give them a little space. And I'm gonna go ahead and pat that in just a little bit. Pat, 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 tap, tap, tap. And I'm going to do the same for this one. This one has multiple colors up here. So I'm gonna kind of separate this one out. Come on, boop. There we go. That one's gonna go right here. Tap, 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 pat, pat, pat. And this is gonna be a lot of plants in this container. But that just means the owner's just gonna have to water heavily. And that's okay, because she don't mind. She don't mind. Okay? She don't mind. Now, some people do mind. Don't do this, because then it's like, okay, this is a lot. But we want to show off. I mean, not she. She don't care to show off, but I want to show off because I want to beat the rest of the neighbors. Okay? Once you get me involved in stuff, it's like, we got to win. So now that we've done that, I'm going to pull this ever so slightly. And we can see these beautiful white roots. This is the time that you can really see your roots. See, they white. Right is right when it comes to roots. Put that. This mum being here is something I did not remember would be here. And there's no other place to put it. I'd hate to get rid of this good mom.
I don't want to get rid of it either.
I know. It would look good in the back. That's one thing that could go in the back.
What? Oh, that.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to fight for it.
No, literally in the ground.
Oh.
But since these people are cutting stuff down, let's
Yeah,
wait.
and if I come home and it's cut down,
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a problem.
sometimes landscapers don't be landscaping; they just be land faking, and that's what we kind of run into in this area of the world. We ain't gonna put them people on blast. Not today.
I was gonna say their name.
Not today. Not
I
today.
was going to say their name.
One day we might, but we're doing that. And then 1, 2. Let's put another one right here of these zinnias. And these zinnias are gonna grow and kind of take over. And I might double these up and put another one kind of right beside it. Because I like my stuff to look kind of like planned, but also a little wild. Like it should look like the people didn't really plan this out. This just went and did its own thing. If you want, you can take all of them up as if you want to. Because we're gonna put the asylum in that one. I don't know if you want to. Yeah, you get your gloves, you know. Not everybody can dig in the earth like I do.
Ooh.
Okay, that's not a shot.
It came
And
off.
that's not a shot. That's just some people. Some people be like, can I wear gloves? They used to ask me this all the time online. I don't know what that was that stabbed me.
It came off like a shot.
Something in here got me in the finger. But I can't feel it now. So y'all be careful when y'all in here digging. But people used to ask me all the time, Derek, can I wear gloves? And I'm like, of course you can. Just because I'm not don't mean you shame. And then right here on the corners, we're going to put these in, these beautiful white flowers. So the colors are going to be kind of pinks and reds as this grows up. And I said earlier, I'm not going to put any fertilizer in here, but I got some in the trunk.
I knew you were lying.
I say this all the time. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I went to help somebody yesterday, and I spread fertilizer all over their stuff. They didn't even ask for it. I just did it. You know why? Because are you all right? Mm-hmm. Are you dodging the sun?
You dodging the wasp.
Oh, she good. She don't want you.
She might.
You're right. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. And I'm being very careful.
Ain't no flower over there.
Hey, Miss Wasp, how are you, my little baby? Make sure everything is standing up. We want them upright. Hey, Miss Wasp, you good?
Girl, I'll go in the house. Keep playing with me.
Okay, there we go. So that was pretty good. We threw 3 of them in there. These are gonna take over. And that's pretty good. Now the thing to do now is to water this in, which I'm gonna do. In a little bit, I'm just gonna grab the slow release, and I want y'all to be able to get a good look at this. This was like 15 minutes, including me talking, setting stuff up, right? If I was doing this by myself, it'd probably 10 minutes, really 5, because I move pretty quick when I'm not recording, but it's real simple. And you can get these plants, all of these plants were roughly $20 if that a plant. They last for a couple of seasons, and they get you. We're gonna go ahead and go now. I'm gonna talk to y'all later.